today I have a highly requested video, and it's how to do a smoky look if I have small eyes. So this is what I came up with, and I have some tricks and tips for those who like, the sultry, sexy, smoky kind of look, but the regular smoky eye makes their eyes look super tiny. So here's a video and the tips following. So as always, I'm going to prime my eye. I'm going to use my homemade primer, and it's very important since we're going to be using dark or bold colors. So if you have kind of trouble blending, you can use a layer of a matte shadow before starting putting the rest of the stuff. So I'm going to be using this beige matte color all over my lid up to the brow bone. If you have a darker complexion, you can use a flesh tone like the ones in this row. Always just sticking to a color that is 1 to 2 shades lighter. This is going to make all the colors that you're going to apply pop a lot more. Now I'm going to be using a medium pearly gray. I'm going to apply that onto my lid up to the crease and a little bit under crease. This is going to be my base color, just tapping it lightly. Now for the traditional smoky eye, it consists in a degradation of color that goes from darker to lightest from lash line to the eyebrow. So, but this is not very flattering on small eyes. And so, what I'm going to do right now is a technique that I use when I do a smoky, sexy, sultry eye when the person has like tiny small eyes. First, I'm going to start, what I want to achieve is like a degradation of color from lightest to darkest, because I don't want the eyes to look too close together, and I want them to look open and nice and open. So I'm going to apply, I'm going to use a pencil brush, because for small eyes you need a lot of precision. You don't want to go crazy with huge brushes when the person has tiny lids or small eyes. So I'm going to be using this, I'd say, this is a medium silver color. I use a lighter one in the first place, but damp. I'm going to apply to make a little triangle shape from the outer corner to the inside. This is like a triangle that I'm going to create. Just a tiny triangle. And right now I'm going to start explaining everything, and it's going to take forever to do one eye, but I'm just explaining step by step. So that's about it. I'm going to blend a little bit the line between both colors, so that you can do this eye in 10 minutes, but it's going to take longer because I'm explaining why I'm doing such a placement of the shadow. Okay, so I got that kind of triangle shape inwards. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a charcoal color, very dark, a little bit darker than this one that I just applied. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw like a triangle, but smaller, because I don't want to cover what I did with the silver. So this is also very flattering for Asian lids. Those that don't have a crease can benefit from this shape. You make like a little wing, but perfectly blended, not very defined. That creates an illusion of a crease. start creating that illusion. Now I'm going to apply a matte color. And why a matte color? Because if you don't have a crease or have tiny eyes, you don't want like this whole part look huge because it's already big, and you want to make this very subtle, not in color or intensity, but subtle in depth. You want it to look deep, but not shiny, because shine will make this area more voluminous and your eyes will appear smaller. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of a matte black. I'm just going to start. I'm not going to apply a lot. I don't want to make a shape that is too high, since the higher, the higher the shape that I give my shadow, the smaller the eye will look. Okay, this is a matter of balance. I just draw a small line, and that's about it. I'm going to be using the very tip of a blending brush, not this one, a fluffier one, because it's going to be more subtle. So I'm just blending with this one very lightly. I'm not adding any color. I'm just using the color from the little part that I created, that tiny line that I was drawing. So this is the highest I want it for a small eye. Just a little bit past the crease, or the area where we're creating that crease. Okay. That is the shape that I want. If I want to deepen a little bit more and darken it a little bit more because I want it darker, this is going to be the area to go and create a darker color. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the black and deepen that part. And the closer my eyes are, that is the least I'm going to extend this line, the dark line that we tend to create. So that's about it. I'm going to highlight the brow bone. I'm going to be using my flesh tone, because if I do something too light right here, everything is going to look like, I don't know, this is going to look more prominent, and we don't want that. We want to focus the attention on this area. The matte color that is very close to my skin tone, not too light. Just make it look cleaner. I'm going to be using this gel liner. I like this one because it's waterproof, and if you have like droopy lids, what you don't want to do is to apply a liner that is going to smudge, since this line is going to touch the lid itself, and it's going to make a mess if it's a hot day, or just the natural oils melt any liner off. So I'm going to start by lining from the outside, and the trick here is to make the tiniest, thinnest line you can make. Now I'm going to be just tap. I'm not going to draw a line, because generally what I notice is that if I do a line, is that I do it thicker than I want. So I'm just going to tap, and this is a very creamy liner, so it's very easy. And don't go like all the way in, because that's going to close your eyes, and that's not what you want. So you can make like a thicker line on the outside all the time, emphasizing this area, not putting anything dark in here. And if you have a droopy lid, on this area, you want to make a wing. That's the wing. Now for the lower lash line, don't you ever line your eyes in the inside if you want your eyes to look bigger, because it's going to look smaller. Your eyes going to look smaller. You can use a colored color liner though. You can use silver, you can use so it can look like sultry and nice and sexy, but not black, because on the waterline, because it's gonna look, your eye is gonna look smaller. So I'm gonna trace this line to my lower lash line. And not all the way in, because of the same thing that I explained before. You know, I don't like for a smoky eye. To me, it looks much prettier and smokier and sexier when I smudge the line. So I'm going to blend with a little bit of shadow on my pencil brush. And you can use black. I'm just using black because it's a classic look. But you can use any other color that you have or that you want to use. You can use dark, a plum, you can use navy color, you can use purple, anything that you want. So you smudge the color, the line. You smudge the line. And it's going to look smoky like instantly, just by smudging it. Looks so much sexier. But not making the line too thick, just smudging the one that you have. And this eye, I just added a pop of color. It's like a bluish purple, or purplish blue. I took that from my 88 palette. It's this color right here. It's like a dark purple, but it swatches on my eye like blue. You know, matching my shirt. And I'm going to apply that on the outer corner with the black, where I blended the black with the blending brush. And that's going to be just a pop of color. Nothing too heavy or nothing too dramatic. Just to make it a little bit different than just plain black. But you can leave it black and silver the way you did. Or you can start from the beginning. You can use like a pink and then a darker pink and then a purple, or whatever you want. And actually what I'm gonna do is to apply more purple under my eye. You can apply the color that you want. You can do it very dramatic underneath if you want, but never touching the waterline. That's the key. Okay, now for the lashes are very important for me when it comes to do makeup on someone with small eyes. And it's very important. This is my technique for lash curling. I put the lash curler in the very roots, and I don't just stay and hold with it, because that weight's going to make like a, like an L shape that is so ugly that I hate to see. I'm just going to put it in the very roots and pressing firmly, but in short motions towards the ends of the lashes. And that is going to give me a very nice curl lash, not a square one. Now for the false lashes. If you want to go ahead and wear lashes, what you have to do is to measure the lash so it won't be too long. So the strip is not going to be too long, because if it is, what's going to happen is you're going to apply it, and when the strip is too long, it tends to droop at the end like this, because of the length. It takes that shape like that. So yeah, this is a finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys can, practice this technique so you can achieve any smoky look that you want, so you can wear it without making your eyes tiny. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to show you my belly because it's a request. This is my 21-week pregnant belly, and if I am short of breath, it's because of that. Because I usually talk a lot, and now I'm kind of, sitting with this belly is kind of hard. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.